4, 3,
2, 1.
Put everything down and crank your speakers up.
It's time for
The Realest Podcast.
Oh yeah!
We got us a new world champion!
What is going on, guys? Again, you're listening to the Realist Podcast. And, well, you just gotta love YouTube. YouTube, of course, is wanting to mess up as we are trying to go live. Don't know what the issue is, but we're going to come at you pre-recorded. Hopefully we can still go live after. If not, then, of course, we're going to have to just record it. I'm joined by Chris, Andrew, and Kyle.
What's up, guys?
So, we've done this before, and, I mean, this isn't as fun.
No, it's not, because you don't have the interaction, for one thing.
But it's about right that this is going to happen, that we can't see or hear anything. But apparently it's saying that we were up. I've had someone say that they could hear me, and then I've had one person say that they couldn't hear me at all, or even load it up. So, I don't know. Again, we'll go live following the pay-per-view, but if not, then we'll just record it. But as I said before we got in, everything happened, I personally am not super excited for this event. I'm kind of up in the air about it. You know, I'm sitting back hoping that it surprises me.
I'm really looking forward to the Elimination Chamber. Elimination Chamber is one of my favorite matches, next to the ladder match, which is my all-time favorite. But yeah, it's really exciting that they're going to be bringing it back, and from what I hear, they're really going to give it like an extreme makeover. It's not going to be quite the same Elimination Chamber.
I'm actually looking at the chamber right now. It's squared.
Squared?
Yes.
Huh.
Yeah, instead of rounded.
That way it could fit into the arena. That's why they got rid of it. It's because the new arenas couldn't support it.
Right. But I mean, it should be interesting. I mean, the main event should be exciting. I'm hoping somebody goes through one of the glass chambers. I was always a fan of like the extreme part of it, where they actually showed the destruction of the Elimination Chamber.
Yes, I just sent the chamber to both of you, and that's what it looks like. My big thing is I hope that every match is not in the chamber. And I've said this before, I think that if you have every match in the chamber, it loses the effect of being in the Elimination Chamber.
Right.
Well, I don't think you could do the Tag Team Turmoil match. Oh, you know what? You could in the chamber, if you really want to. But the other matches, no. I mean, there's no need for the Elimination Chamber for any other match, because the whole purpose of the Elimination Chamber is to do like a six-man elimination, or like the 1 year they did the Tag Team Elimination Chamber, which I thought was interesting, but it didn't live up to the expectations that I hope it would. But, you know, it could be good, and I hope it's really good. So, I mean, the only match that I'm really not looking forward to on the card is going to be the handicap match, and I feel like somebody's going to get involved in that.
Yeah, I honestly don't know. I think this could be an Apollo Crews heel turn. It could potentially have that happen, because, again, like I've said before, we really don't know who Apollo Crews is. And here's some of the rumors with tonight. The Wyatt family poised to reunite, having Eric, Luke, and Bray reunite as the Wyatt family. Bray Wyatt to win the Elimination Chamber, and in the betting odds, the only odd one out of all of them was Naomi is favored to win the women's title.
I could see that. I totally could see that.
I'd be surprised, because I feel like they're setting Alexa up for a bigger challenge. And, you know, like I've said it from the beginning, I really see Naomi as being like the proxy champion, because or a proxy challenger, because she hasn't really been featured on TV or anything. It would be pretty random to have her come back just suddenly out of the blue to win the championship.
Well, it's not like they don't do odder things, though. You know, I mean,
I'm not saying it's not
Can't
possible.
put anything past them.
I just like I've known WWE for a while. They've always had like that proxy match. Like for Triple H, it was Shelton Benjamin when he challenged him. You know, so it was
Right.
you know. And speaking of Shelton Benjamin, I actually think that he might be here. I'm actually thinking that we might have somebody debut tonight, whether it's the Revival or if it's Shelton Benjamin.
Tamina got cleared to wrestle too today, and she's a part of this.
I heard that. Yeah,
she got cleared.
I heard
so
that.
There's a possibility we could see
she's
her
coming
tonight.
back.
Well, here's the question though: with her dad just dying a couple weeks ago, you think she's ready to come back?
Yeah.
But she hasn't been on live TV for about a year now, I want to say.
Yeah.
So I think she's definitely biting at the bit to get back. I just hope for her sake that if she does come back, WWE Creative has something to do with her. You know, like they shouldn't bring her back unless they have the plans to bring her back. Otherwise, you're going to have Emelina.
Yeah,
Freaking Emelina thing.
Well, she's never going to debut.
Apparently Monday.
You know what? She better show up tomorrow, and she better all me, because I am so like the first time I was like, okay, you know, they're actually building this up nice, and it's like another video package, and you're like, what? And then oh, you've been so good. It's only a matter of time, and you're just like, I'm no longer interested in you.
Well, if they do bring back Tamina, what is the move? What should WWE Creative do? Is she going to be a face?
Her versus Naomi.
Her versus Naomi, you think?
Yeah, they were former tag team partners, and you know they could play the angle. You abandoned me at my lowest point in life. You went off and did your own thing, and here I am to mess up your title opportunity, and you and I are going to go at it.
So, do you think it's more likely that Alexa Bliss retains because of Tamina?
Yes.
I would.
I could see that. I could totally see that.
But let's get into these predictions before we keep babbling on. Obviously.
Babbling on is fun.
Let's talk about my favorite match of the night. The girls that are basically fighting over John Cena, Natalya versus Nikki Bella. I mean, might as well have Jerry Springer become the special guest referee out there. These two have been doing nothing but it's like their promos suck, but then they get into the fighting, and it's like, oh, that was actually really good. Like, there was a promo that they did, Natalya was like, why isn't my merch here? And they went up to the merch table, it's like, look, Nikki's beside John Cena. Where's my merch? This is unfair. And then Nikki came in and started whipping her ass. And then you have, like last week, we were just like, what are they doing? So it's like, if I wasn't married, John would be with me.
Yeah, with the like, you know, I actually
to the
think
Real
that they
Housewives
have
of
some
WWE.
No
I actually think that this is a really good feud. It's probably one of the more quality feuds that they have going on right now. So, you know, I'm letting them have it. I would like to see Natalya come up with a win, but I have a feeling they're going to give it to Nikki. I would like to see Natalya win and then them go at it at Mania.
I just wish. I think Nikki is getting to a point where she needs something more serious. You know, her thing with Carmella was good, but I'm getting to a point now where it's like, okay, look, something more serious is needed out of this. I'm getting very tired of the same thing happening over and over.
I mean, what's more serious at that point? I mean, especially if Naomi does win the title, then she's pretty much going to be sidelined from any championship match for a while.
Yeah.
At least like a month or two.
Well, so then what do you think is going to happen, Blake?
With what?
Between the two, do you think Nikki's going to take it, or do you think they're going to have Natalya come out with it?
To be honestly, I don't know. I'm up in the air. I think it makes more sense to have Nikki win than Natalya, because what's next for Natalya? You know, like when it comes to Nikki, it's like, okay, she wins, she can go after another heel, or she can go after the title. Because I mean, I think it makes sense for her and Alexa Bliss to go at it at Mania. Nikki Bella is one of the your biggest female wrestlers for SmackDown, And Alexa Bliss being the great champion that she is, going off to WrestleMania, I really hope that these rumored feuds between Maurice and Nikki Bella and John Cena and The Miz is false. I really do. I cannot preach how I do not want this to happen. But
Well, it makes no logical sense to take four of your, well, I'm going to say three because Maurice is good where she is. Four of your top superstars and put them in a meaningless feud. You have John Cena that could be doing anything else that's better, like AJ Styles again would be so much more better than, seeing these guys go at it. You got The Miz, who can do a feud with anybody and make it good now. And you have Nikki Bella, who really should be going on to face Alexa Bliss. And honestly, if it were me, this is how I would do it. Nikki Bella wins tonight, goes on to challenge Alexa Bliss at Mania, beats Alexa Bliss, takes a championship from her, and then that's setting up for one of the most sought-after feuds of the women's division right now, which I think is going to be Nikki Bella versus Mickie James. I think people really want to see it. I know I want to see it, so I think that's what they're working towards.
I mean, and that's also if they are to. That's if Nikki Bella even still wrestles, because the rumor has it she's going to be retiring after Mania.
Right. I could tell you for a fact right now, like, personally, I'm not big on Natalya. I would like to see Nikki win it. Like you say, Nikki has a lot more work that she could have put in front of her. But I could tell you for a fact, if Cindy was sitting here right now, she would be calling Natalya all over this thing. And that's her favorite wrestler, female wrestler of all time. So I'm just putting this out there. I can already guarantee you, Cindy is calling Natalya.
Just like Cindy.
Well, why retire though?
Because apparently,
why retire?
Apparently, she's having tingling in her arms, and she's having neck stuff happening with her neck.
That's what started with Edge.
So WWE might make her retire. But that's also the same person that says that Kevin Owens could beat Goldberg.
Right.
That could, just no. When she said that, the opinion became invalid.
Hey, but look, we've discussed this, and it's ended up being the Fastlane show. But me and you had a discussion about this a little while ago, and the different things that could happen with that match.
Yeah, I've said it on here before too.
But that is not the event we're speaking
All
of.
right. So what do we got next? Who are we getting for the women here?
Time out. Nikki, I'm going Nikki Bella. Who are y'all going Nikki Bella?
I'm going Nikki.
I'm gonna go. Yeah, I'm going Nikki Bella. I know Cindy's going Natalya.
All right. Well, let's just continue on with the women's matches. Let's go on to Mickie James versus Becky Lynch. Becky Lynch, obviously, I want to say she's on a 2 or 3 pay-per-view loss streak on one-on-ones. Mickie James, this is going to be her first one-on-one pay-per-view. And she's been really good on the microphone. Everything's been going in her favor. She's been a great heel. She even had a nip slip at the Royal Rumble. But what do you guys think? I mean, not a lot of backstory with this other than Mickie James costing Becky Lynch the women's title.
I don't know. I think if they're going to... As much as I love Becky Lynch, I think if they're going to bring Mickie James in the way they have, and they're already pushing her like this, I could see them having her take Becky Lynch out tonight.
Personally, oops. Go ahead.
My bad.
No, go ahead.
I honestly think that it would be better if Mickie James beats Becky Lynch, just so that they could continue their feud. Make it go on a little bit longer, because I think you want to keep Becky Lynch away from the title picture, and that's the perfect way to do it, is ignite her in a longer feud.
Me, on the other hand, I think that having Becky win this match means more, because if you have Mickie James win, what's next for her? You could say, well, a title feud. Well, I mean, if we go that far and go to the title feud, I mean, it's a heel versus heel. So I think we could see more of a Becky Lynch win, because we already have, as of right now, we have a face winning. If we say this, that's 2 faces winning. So, I think I am going to go with Becky. I think Becky winning, it means more for her because she's on a losing streak. I mean, and that goes all around with everything. She's on a losing streak with everything, including on, live television. So, and I'm sorry for the microphone noises. It's just this mic keeps falling down to a point where it's not picking me up. So, yeah, I think that it's going to be Becky winning.
I'm gonna go with Becky too. I really, and the reason why I say this is because when I first heard that this match was happening before Nikki Bella or anything, I knew that when they did the dual signing that either Mickey was going to lose or Alexa is going to lose. And I think Alexa losing tonight is a big mistake for WWE. So I think Alexa should win tonight, and I think that Mickey should lose tonight if there is going to be one or the other.
Mm-hmm. Chris, what do you think?
As much as I say, like I said, I think they're building up Mickey James. I'm going with Becky Lynch because that's my girl. I think she's gonna win it.
Because they were all Becky Lynch. Moving on once again, let's go to our first male. Actually, our male competitor is going to be wrestling. We have Luke Harper versus Randy Orton. I mean, this is kind of self-explanatory. Luke Harper has left the Wyatt family. Randy Orton, obviously still part of the Wyatt family. Who wins? Kyle, what do you think? Randy Orton, Luke Harper.
I mean, I think it's got to be Randy Orton with this momentum that he's got on. I think it's got to be Randy, but it could be Luke Harper because he's trying to make, I guess, a singles career for himself. I don't know if he's going to be a heel or a face. It's really because his character, it's hard for him to really be a face, but he's really questionable right now. I don't know if he could survive on his own in the Wyatt family, so I think Randy's going to win. Just kind of keep getting him some momentum for WrestleMania.
All right, turn your microphone levels just down just a little bit. Andrew, what do you think?
I mean, I think it's kind of easy to predict. I want to say Randy Orton's going to win because why would you have the Royal Rumble winner lose going into Mania? Makes no sense. So Orton wins by a mile.
Yeah, Randy Orton. I mean, there's like you said, it's basically what Andrew just said. There's really nothing, other than he's a Royal Rumble winner. Not a lot going on, but to say, well, Luke Harper deserves the win. I mean, Luke Harper's future really doesn't look like anything because his loyalty is still with Bray Wyatt. He refuses to fight Bray Wyatt, but whenever it comes to Randy Orton, he wants to kick his ass. So yeah, I'm with you on that one. It's going to be Randy Orton. Chris, you going to say Luke?
Yeah,
Harper?
No, actually, I'm going with Orton. I'm going the same direction.
All right, well, let's go to my favorite match of the night. 100%. Can't wait. The handicap match. Kalisto, Apollo Crews versus Dolph Ziggler.
All right, I'll go first. Dolph Ziggler wins by inside or outside interference. I'm calling for Shelton Benjamin.
I
or Apollo Crews.
I don't know because it's like, stop beating my best friend. I'm gonna beat you up. Let's beat them up together because they keep whipping our ass when we're by ourselves. Let's do it.
I just don't see it being that obvious because, if he's losing to one of them or to both of them one-on-one, why would you put him in a match for a handicap match unless you have something up your sleeve? So I honestly think that either Shelton Benjamin's going to debut because should be ready to go any time now because it's right before WrestleMania. So it's either going to be Shelton Benjamin coming out and giving Dolph the assist, or somebody's going to mess up between the two of them.
Yeah, I'm kind of, as crazy as it sounds, up in the air about this. I think we'll see somehow Dolph Ziggler's going to win this match. Just somehow he's going to pull it out. Kyle.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I want to say that Dolph Ziggler's going to win this because I think his new attitude, he could use more momentum. But especially with how it's been the last few weeks of him beating them down with chairs and stuff, I think there's a good chance that they might have Kalisto and Crews finally get the upper hand on Ziggler and maybe give him, I guess, what he deserves after. Maybe they'll hit him with some chairs or something. Something's got to happen where they need something, man. I want Ziggler to win, but I feel like Crews or Kalisto is going to win, or Crews and Kalisto is going to end up winning this one. Give him, like I said, his revenge.
By the way, here's a quick tip for people that are between 16 and 20 years old. If you guys think that posting your mugshot of you getting arrested and stuff is cool, makes you hard or something, please don't do that. You look like an idiot. Just saw that on Instagram by someone.
Really?
Well, I'll give you guys some 2 cents because not many people know this about me, but I'm I went to school to be a teacher. I'm a substitute teacher looking for a job to be a teacher. So, like, the one thing that eliminates you right away is stupid stuff like that. They check your social media. They check your Facebook. They check pictures you post online. They check the stuff that your friends post online or the things that you say. So if you're posting things that aren't quite right, or you know, putting pictures of you going to jail or something like that, that disqualifies you from most job opportunities. So you're only hurting yourself.
Yeah.
And this has been a public service announcement by the Realist Podcast.
Don't do drugs.
It's like some music,
Or you'll have
and we're all like jumping, giving a thumbs up or something.
Right.
But yeah, back to all right, Chris. It's on you now. I think. Who'd you say, Kyle? Who'd you say?
I said I think Kalisto and Cruz are going to win this and kind of get revenge on Ziggler.
Okay.
I don't know. Me personally, I think they're going to keep going further up with Ziggler and building his new heel turn character. So I think Ziggler's going to pull it out.
By the way, never smile in your mugshot either. You look retarded. All right, let's get into our first title match here. We have the tag team turmoil match. I mean, good.
Yes.
The entire SmackDown tag team is going to be there. So,
And the Ascension has the advantage.
I was so happy for that on SmackDown that they
you
finally got a
have-
pinfall.
Yeah, you have the Ascension, Rhino, and Heath Slater, Tyler Breeze or Breezango, and then the Vaudevillains versus American Alpha and the Usos. Who can forget about their gothic look now?
Now, I have some questions about this match before we go into it. Now, when we hear tag team turmoil, I've seen that, thrown around a few times where they've decided to do something like this. Is this supposed to be American Alpha starts first and it's just the teams just get eliminated and they come out, or is everybody out together and it's just like an elimination style match?
I thought it was what you just said at first. American Alpha goes a one-on-one with someone, and then boom, whoever wins that, another tag team comes down.
Because normally when they do stuff like that, they don't win. So, like, I'm kind of confused on what the match is.
I think if they do that, American Alpha will win, because American Alpha hasn't done anything, and they're trying to build them up as a strong tag team. And they've already beaten the Usos. They've already beaten. That's it. I thought they've only beaten them. So.
Well, I'm calling for American Alpha to win this.
Yeah,
match, whatever it is.
I
but
personally
I have a feeling their revival are going to come out and do something.
We won't see we won't see the revival. The revivals got their own feud going on with the Authors of Pain. So I don't think we'll see the revival at WrestleMania either. So honestly, truthfully, it's up in the air on what's going to happen. I thought that, tag team wrestling right now is actually really weak when it comes to both brands. I mean, you had Enzo and Cass, which it kind of looks like they might get a title opportunity coming up. But then again, it's like, okay, what are they doing? Like, I'm turned off by Enzo and Cass, and I was a big fan. American Alpha is the only tag team that anyone is behind other than Heath Slater and Rhino. Other than that, it's just like, okay.
Yeah, but even they have fizzled out though too.
Yeah,
though. Like the crowd was cool with them then, and now it's like whatever with them. American Alpha's the only team.
So it is pretty weak, and they've really weakened off. Even the New Day looks weak right now. So I think American Alpha will win this, and then something will happen for WrestleMania. Could happen tonight. I think for SmackDown, a lot of surprises and a lot of things need to happen, in my opinion.
Oh yeah, I'm going American Alpha all the way. I love those guys.
Yeah, man, it's the road to WrestleMania. They got to go big or go home, especially with Fastlane coming up. And everybody remembers last year's Fastlane. I mean, it's hard to forget, right? How bad it was. So, I mean,
yeah, it was pretty
Elimination
bad.
Chamber really, really, really has to do something really good here because Fastlane has a lot to prove for the Raw brand.
Yeah. Kyle, what do you think?
I mean, the only tag team I can really see winning this is American Alpha, but if I had to pick a team besides them to possibly win,
Ascension.
I was going to say, maybe you can give the Ascension the chance that they deserve. Every other team really like Breezango, Heath Slater, and Rhino. Just every other team, especially the Vaudevillains too, they really have no chance of winning. I can't foresee them winning at all. They're kind of just jobber tag teams. So I think it's got to be American Alpha or the Ascension. I'm going to say American Alpha, but I would love to see the Ascension win. I'd be okay with it. They deserve the kind of shot.
It is crazy to think that the Vaudevillains at one point were like the #1 contenders for tag team, for the tag team.
Right,
division.
dude? Exactly, right? Oh, man.
But
They had a feud with the New Day, remember that?
Yeah.
That was horrible.
Let's move on to the women's title match: Naomi versus Alexa Bliss.
Alexa. I'm going with Alexa.
Naomi.
I want
Now,
Alexa to win.
As I've said before, at the top of the show, Naomi is out of all the betting odds, the only weird one that there was this match, and it had Naomi the favorite.
I don't know. No, I don't see any good feuds popping up with Naomi. She hasn't been on TV for a long time until she finally came back. So, no, I mean, I don't see her building up any feuds with anybody. She's not there, in my opinion, like, because she hasn't been there. She needs to build up a little bit more before she holds a title. That would be like a random person coming in and winning the championship. That's like a James Ellsworth coming in and winning the championship. Alexa Bliss, they still have some good solid foundations with her that they can run into WrestleMania. So I'm with Alexa all the way.
Yeah, Kyle, what do you think?
I mean, I want to say Alexa's going to win, but Naomi has a lot of momentum right now. The crowd's loving her gimmick, and she's been doing amazing things. She is one of the most, if not the most athletic woman in the division right now. Mm-hmm. She's done amazing things, like the springboard moves she's done, jumping over the top rope outside the ring. I think she's amazing right now. I think even the creative team and the crowd is loving her. I think tonight might be her night. I could see her beating Alexa Bliss. And I just think, I mean, there's some feuds she could have. Like, for example, after Nikki Bella and Natalya get done, she could feud with Natalya. She could even feud with Carmella. There's a few things she could do that might be okay. And I just think it's her time, and she could even continue with Alexa Bliss. So I think Naomi's going to win this. I think tonight's her night to finally get her championship.
Yeah, I think Naomi will lose. I think Alexa Bliss will win, but Naomi's going to lose because of Tamina coming out and starting a feud with Tamina and Naomi. As I said, before, I think that Tamina will come out and she will basically say, "I was at my lowest point with this knee injury, and you left and did your own thing," yada yada yada, starting a feud. That's just me. Chris, what do you think? Okay, I think if I'm not mistaken, he said Naomi earlier. So let's get on to our main title match. Yes, not Alexa Bliss, but Becky Lynch versus Mickie James. No, I'm joking. The Elimination Chamber itself: Baron Corbin, Intercontinental Champion Dean Ambrose, AJ Styles, Bray Wyatt, The Miz versus the WWE Champion, John Cena.
I'm not excited for this match. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm not
not either. I hate that they put champions in this match. I am not a fan of that. It's just like, okay, well, let's eliminate him, so it's a fatal 4-way match right now, right? Like, why? There's no need for Dean Ambrose to be in this at all.
Right. And it's a shame because they gave him the Intercontinental Championship when it was better suited around The Miz, and it's kind of like, okay, we gave it a title, now what?
Yeah. So, I think everyone knows, and we've talked about this, that the reason why Randy Orton won the Royal Rumble was he thinks he's going to try and attempt to put Bray Wyatt at the superstardom that he deserves and should have gotten 3 years ago. So it's pretty clear that Bray Wyatt is a favorite, but there's a rumor came out just a couple days ago that The Miz is rumored to win the title.
No way. Get the hell out of here. No way.
Miz versus Orton. Miz versus Orton.
No,
God,
I will before that happens.
Dude, I will shoot the TV and it's not even mine.
You best be paying some money to fix that.
Blake's like, hold up, get away from my TV, Nickel.
Oh,
so, yes.
So what if Maurice cost John Cena the WWE Championship?
How in the world is she going to get into the chamber?
She's like, hey, Santa, look at me. Hey, look at me. She's outside the
Hey, look
chamber.
at me. I'm Nikki Bella.
I'm right here, Daddy. I'm right here.
Look at me. Okay,
I'm
chill.
Italian.
Calm down, dude.
It's just
I don't know.
Free
Flash your
reign.
tits or something.
Well,
Whoa,
I think
God,
what's more likely is that Orton might find his way into that chamber somehow and help Bray Wyatt.
If you want me to be honest with you, the angle for Maurice, The Miz versus Nikki Bella and John Cena could happen right then and there. and Maurice cost Cena the title somehow, and then Nikki's like, "You cost my man the title, so we're gonna fight."
Dude, you do that so well. That's kind of creepy.
He's actually Maurice, dude. Spoiler alert.
Yeah, I got a.
Damn, I thought you looked familiar.
I got a flight like in maybe 5 minutes to catch. Hopefully, I get there in time.
All right, so who's gonna get eliminated first? Because like I really don't want to see Baron Corbin get eliminated within the first few people.
I see Dean.
I think that they've been pushing him very strong.
Dean Ambrose. I think, in all honesty, I think it's good. The final two is going to be Bray Wyatt. I think, honestly and truthfully, here's my final two. I have two final twos. One of them would be Bray and Baron, and the other would be Cena and Bray.
I see Cena and Bray.
Because I think they're really not pushing him, but they're protecting him to make Baron Corbin look good. I think that they would do that.
I don't like that. I mean, it's been overdone in terms of like the WWE Championship or the WWE champion, whoever's the champion lasting until the end. They do that every freaking time. But you have to.
I mean,
you know what's interesting?
That'd be like your
if
champion
John
being
Cena
the
is the first one eliminated from that chamber, oh my God, John Cena just got pinned after he won his 16th championship.
But he can't because he's Cena.
You're right. At that moment in time, we're like, oh my God, he got eliminated first. But then a couple days later, we're having the conversation of, why did they eliminate Cena first? It makes the champion look weak. He was the champion. Why would you have the champion and the championship look weak? We'd be having that conversation. That's why the champion is always last, because he's your champion. He's your fighting champion. Of course he's going to be dead last. It's a gift.
I mean, no matter who it is, heel or face.
Yeah,
he's always the
no
last
matter
person
what. I mean, it makes sense, and that's what needs to happen. You don't need your champion being one of the first ones to be eliminated ever. Personally, I think this match needs a little bit of blood. I think blood needs to happen. Someone needs to get cut.
That's what I'm saying, man. Throw him through the chamber, man.
This is the Elimination Chamber. It's the PG era, but this is the Elimination Chamber. Let's get some blood.
You know what was the best Elimination Chamber, in my opinion?
The very first one.
When Goldberg was in the Elimination Chamber, man. He speared like 3 people through a damn chamber. He went in and knocked out Chris Jericho. He did Triple H, and it was on fire. He was destroying things all over the place.
For me, it was the first one.
Most exciting one.
Shawn Michaels won that one.
Yes, sir.
But that's my my first to get eliminated is Dean. Second would be Miz. Third would be AJ. Fourth,
Baron.
Yeah, and last person being Cena.
I think I'd probably agree with you on that list, except I'd rather see Miz go out first.
Yeah, I was gonna say I agree. I could easily see Miz getting pinned first, maybe like a roll up or something. I could see him getting rolled up by like Dean or something like that. Just a quick roll up. He gets eliminated and freaks out and just like pouts away. I could definitely see that one.
AJ better be like one of the last people.
Oh, AJ's got to be like at least like final 3. He's got to be final 3, maybe final 4.
I don't think he will be, to be honest with you. I don't.
I think he might.
I don't.
I want to see him do some like crazy things in the chamber. He can pull it off. He can do some crazy shit. I want to see it.
I think that AJ is going to get mad because Shane's not going to give him the rematch. Shane's going to turn around and say, well, that was your rematch. You didn't win. And he's like, well, no, I won my one-on-one. They'll wrestle at Mania. So-and-so will win. And then when the draft happens later this year, we'll see AJ switch over to Raw.
I don't know.
Trade AJ for Roman?
This sounds just a waste.
Could happen.
To put him up against Shane.
It does, but what are you going to do with him?
There's so many things you could have done with him, but WWE Creative is screwing around with them and saying, okay, well, we're going to do Roman and Taker. Like, I don't want to see Roman and Taker. You know what I would like to see? I would like to see AJ Styles and Undertaker.
I'm okay with Roman and Taker if Roman Reigns turns heel. I'm okay with it.
If he turns heel.
But is he
turn heel? No.
He might. He could. Undertaker's a very old school guy. He could turn heel. And he's acting like he is. You never know. Because Roman has been pretty impressive as of lately. You can't deny that. He has been good. As of lately. So, all right. Let's get it.
But he's not AJ Styles.
He'll never be AJ Styles. AJ Styles is 39 years old, not even in his prime, and he's the best in it all. But let's get into this. Is this pay-per-view good? Yes or no?
I think it has the possibility to be, but I'm not.
Oh, don't say it.
Not the potential. No, potential.
Well, the only reason why I said this is because It's because the potential always fails, so you got to give it the benefit
The
of the
last
doubt.
time we said this was at the Royal Rumble.
And then the one before it, and then the one before it,
Show
and
that
then the
we
one
got
before it.
This pay-per-view will be a 3.
Oh,
A 3 out of 10 or a 3 out of 5?
3 out of 10.
Okay.
Oh,
3
God.
out of 3.
I hope
3
I
stars.
hope we didn't just jinx this pay-per-view. Please don't let this be the next Fastlane, please.
Well, the next Fastlane is 3 weeks away. Who's excited? Goldberg versus Kevin Owens. Woohoo!
So pumped, dude.
I'm so
I
ready
think
for
that
Kevin
Kevin
Owens to
Owens
beat
get beat out of him.
Goldberg, beat him bloody, leave him bloody in the middle of the
Beat
ring
him in,
Yeah, I
like,
can't-
in less than 30
I
seconds.
can't wait for the match to start, me go get a drink, and then the match is over.
Yeah, dude.
Like, Fat Goldberg standing there breathing hard.
Yeah.
Who's next?
You're next, Brock!
What the?
I don't know.
Okay,
That was
so
bad.
predictions, huh?
Sorry, I gave myself a concussion because I'm bleeding now, because I'm Goldberg.
All right.
Yeah, I think tonight could be good.
Let's hope so. Let's really do.
I'm gonna say
Because
tonight will be good. Like
It needs to be.
Like,
The
it's gonna be
if
good.
there's
It
blood,
does need to be
if there's
for the-
blood involved, the Elimination Chamber will be good.
Wait, question is, who starts in the chamber though? Who do we think is gonna start?
John
Cena
of course.
and Styles.
No, I think it's gonna be.
They can't. No, they
No.
cannot just blow the damn roof off the.
I
place.
could see
Quick.
them doing that.
It'll
Cena
be
and Styles.
I think Baron will start. I
Nope.
think Baron might.
Cena and Bray.
What?
Cena-
It doesn't
I'm-
have to be Cena.
I'm
You
gonna
realize
say-
that, right?
I'm gonna say.
Yeah, does your champion is
Miz
always
and
starting off.
Oh, really?
If I'm not mistaken.
No,
that's how it
no. In most elimination chambers, the champion is like one of the last people to enter, or like halfway through the match they
No.
finally enter.
I'm about 90% sure that's not the case because, well, you have to remember most elimination chambers were like the last chance. That was like you're the number one contender for the title, for like the other title. Because remember how they used to do it at the Royal Rumble was if you were in SmackDown and you went after the world title. Or you got the pick, but most of the time you went after the world title if you were on SmackDown. So what would happen is the Elimination Chamber would be like the last chance for someone to become the number one contender for the opposite title. So let's say, like Rey Mysterio, for example, won the title for WrestleMania, 21, 22, 23, one of those?
22.
22, and went off and had a triple threat match with Randy and Kurt. You turn around, you have the Elimination Chamber, and whoever wins that is your number one contender. Obviously, that didn't happen. If I'm not mistaken, that didn't happen, but that's usually how it worked. The title wasn't on the line until the later 2000s. Because I always remembered, okay, the Elimination Chamber is coming. It's like so-and-so's last chance to become the number one contender. But I think that is going to do it for us. Again, YouTube did mess up, so obviously we're not live right now. We're looking and hoping to be live immediately following the Elimination Chamber. If YouTube is still messing up, then we'll have to pre-record it.
Hey, and really quick, guys, I'm asking a big favor. I don't know if you guys know it, but this is the last show that I'm going to be doing with Blake here. I'm actually moving the end of this week all the way across the state of Texas. So I wanted to say on the air or on the recording, Blake, this has been fun being able to sit here and do this with you. And I'm still going to be on the show. I'm just going to be about 12 hours away. But I wanted to give a big shout out to Cindy who's listening. She promised she would listen today to the final show before I head that direction. So I told her that everybody would say hey to her, so whenever she's listening, she'll hear it, guys.
Yeah, shout out, man. But yeah, tune in later tonight. If we're going to be live, we'll be live immediately following the pay-per-view. And until next time, peace out.
Peace, guys.